Greetings to you all. Welcome to Uncomfortable Conversations with Steals by Christian. And this is where we talk about all your thought-provoking thoughts, all your conversations, all those conversations that you are uncomfortable talking about. So this is the part that we talk about, and we want you at home to start these conversations and start talking about this. Maybe we can save marriages, maybe we can save all of these things. I'm joined today with Rach. She is a musician. She is the founder of an organization, Loud Silence, which deals with mental health, and she's also into art. So she's an artist as well. So what's up, ladies and what's up, Rach?
Hi, how are you? I'm ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. So in our first episode, which is this one, we are talking about relationship attention. How much attention do you want to get in your relationship? Or how much attention do you want your partner to give you? Maybe not even your relationship with your partner, but maybe your relatives as well, your friends. How much attention you as a person do you want to get from whoever you are with? How much attention do you need from your partner?
And from my partner, I need everything. I'm toxic like that. No, but like on a more serious note, I feel like if you are a girl or a woman, I don't know, maybe it's like a natural thing for us to always wanting attention. Sometimes we want this attention without us really thinking that we are asking for too much. Yes. Sometimes you might be thinking like, why is it like he's not calling me back, or why is he not texting me? Are we not like in a relationship? You know, you ask yourself those questions and you feel obliged to have that kind of attention. So when you don't get it, you kind of go crazy. Like you'll be like, oh, why is it you're not making that, you know, the kind of thing. I'm always talking to my boyfriend about this. It's screaming.
So getting into one of the things I wanted to talk about, women versus men attention. So when you say it as women, so do you think like almost every women, they want like a lot of attention?
Maybe some women, because there are some women who can literally live without full-on attention. Yes, because some women, let's say if they are like a girl boss, like they're all about their business, they don't have like time maybe to put too much time to relationships. They might just be like all about their business, like they have their full-on attention to something else. But if let's have a scenario where this person is like doesn't have like a job, or like you're not doing much, and then you are constantly on asking for attention from a guy, sometimes it can become very toxic and confining, because you're literally like coming off too strong because you want every small attention from this man. So because you are not repeater kind of thing, so it's kind of like, you know.
So what do you think about men requiring attention?
I think it's a good thing that they also like want attention from us, because we've just been not obliged, but then kind of obliged in a way, and feel like too entitled as women to always want attention from men, but it's never reciprocated the other way around. So it's like when guys want attention from us, it's like we panic because we've never heard that before. It's like, oh, why is it you want attention from us? Is it not you giving us attention? Yeah, kind of thing. But then men also have needs, and all men also need that kind of attention as well. So it's like, you as women, we have to get to that point of knowing that relationships is not like a one-way thing. It's like a two-way thing. Yeah. So I don't know. Some might not really comprehend that. So it's not all. I really sound like a pick-me right now.
I feel like a lot of men, they need attention, but according to the society, you are not allowed to say things like, you know, I want attention, I want this. You should be a man, which is rendered as someone that's always busy. So we often make jokes with ourselves that, oh, if you're too busy for your for your partner in there. They'll, you know, they won't take you serious. They'll be like, this one, what are you doing? Why are you always coming in? Why are you always there? But I feel like a lot of men are going through a lot, and a lot of things are solved by conversations. So if you give your partner, if you give your family, if you give your friends attention, then you now have a lot of time with each other for you to be able to solve certain problems that might make you guys last longer, and also create memories. The more memories you create with someone, the more you have to talk about, the more you can last, the more you are able to just remember that person. Then you want them to always be in your life, like forever. So does attention equal love?
Yeah, I think it does, in the sense that it could be a component that can encompass what a relationship should be, because we have different levels and variants of relationships. It could be a relationship with your friend, which is a different demographic of needing attention, because when one needs attention, I've realized this in context of Zimbabwe, which is a country right now, like, people are hustling out there. You're not going to get 100% of their attention. Exactly. And if you're my friend, and if you're crying out so loud, wanting attention, let's say it's a girl-to-girl kind of relationship, that's toxic, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to be there 100%. I will be there as your friend, but not all the time. And you're not entitled to my attention, because I have other things that I'm doing on the side that needs my full-on attention. Maybe we can pause and cut that out. Yeah, sure. So because of this different variants of friendships and levels of friendships, even with in a love relationship where there's a man and a woman, that kind of attention, some will render it like, if it's not there, then it means you don't. Some women would say, I would want attention from you. If I don't get it, then, you know, you're lacking that kind of component, something like that. But then sometimes you have to really look down into the root of why maybe you're not giving them attention, or why they might not give you attention, and come to like a concise agreement or understanding of seeing beauty. It's not all about, if someone is not really giving you attention, then they don't care about you. Let's begin there. So
you actually saying it does equal love?
Yeah, sometimes.
Because if they give you attention and it means they care about you, that means they love you. So you actually, I feel like it could be that attention equals love, but at the same time there might be other things that someone might be facing or going through, like work and all of that might make them not give you that attention. So sometimes I feel like you would actually need a little bit of attention for them to then explain to you that, oh no, I'm not giving you attention because of A, B, C, D.
Yeah, so I think that's where communication comes in, because you are not going to go about your day without maybe say texting me, or because this is a serious issue even in marriages, like where someone goes to work, or you should always remember that, like we mentioned earlier in the conversation, if it's a relationship, it's a two-way street. So you are with someone, you see. So obviously if your attention is somewhere else, then I'm going to feel some type of way, like, oh, okay, you're not giving me attention, so you're giving it to something else, and then that's going to cause problems. But then if you're going to communicate and say like, hey, look here, I have 5 hustles that I'm doing on the sides. I know that you're busy, but then you can try and communicate. I think it's very easier now with our phones and whatnot.
So if they were giving you attention before and they start, you know, to lack that attention, does it mean that they are cheating now? Or someone else is now involved that they are giving their attention to, or something else is involved?
Maybe something else that might not be cheap. That's what I meant, Pepe, when you can comprehend and know your person. You can tell and be like, oh, okay, I feel like maybe it's too much work, or maybe they might be depressed.
So communication
communication is key.
Communication and attention, are they the same or it's different?
Communicate. I think for communication to be, for attention, for it to work, there should be some sort of communication. Yeah.
So good communication
is equal to.
So attention without good communication,
it's disastrous. It's very much disastrous. Because let's hypothetically say I have like 2-3 jobs, or let's say I have 2 jobs and I'm going to school and all this. As women, we are very good at like sometimes communicate how we feel. Like, oh my God, I'm morning. Hi, how are you? And then I leave. And then I tell you like my update. Like, okay, I'm going to school. I have this after this, after that. Yes. So you already know like, okay, she's going to go to class. She's going to go to work, or go to work. After this, she's in class. Something like that. So that you're up to date. But if I just ghost and just be quiet. I feel
like it's now getting like a controlling relationship.
Okay.
So they feel like once I tell you, okay, now I'm going with the boys, okay, now I'm having Zambezi, okay, now I'm having Amsterdam, okay, now I'm driving, now I'm leaving work, now I'm in the traffic, now it almost feels controlling, like, okay,
I feel like
it's too much.
Yeah, I feel like I mentioned earlier, like when you are in a marriage setup, attention is a totally different ballgame. Like it's going to feel...
It's a must.
It's a must. Because now when you're in there, I have to know if you go to work safe. You're out with the boys, I have to know if you're
safe. So that's an everyday thing. Now it's like 65
of your life.
Because you're not,
it's not just about you anymore. Maybe there are kids involved. I have to know where my husband is and all these other things. Maybe with a relationship, you can be like, yo, you pump it up the brakes, like you're really stifling me and stuff. And then we find a way forward and be like, oh, okay. Because sometimes we might even push you away when we're saying, oh, we are concerned. We just want to know what you're doing. But then we are coming off too strong. You understand? So if we're not going to communicate and you're just going to be doing your thing, best believe if a girl is not negging you for your attention, in the long run, trust me, she's cheating.
There's something
point blank, she's cheating. Yeah, she's cheating.
But for men, it does feel like it's getting too much. It's a lot, you know. So men do want to go out and then, you know, go have a drink without telling their women, and just trust that, oh, okay, you know, we're just fine.
Oh yeah, the one I've heard someone said that even in relationships, with the different variants or whatever of relationships, there's supposed to be some sort of mystery to the other person. Like, I don't have to know like everything.
What if the mystery is like, is a drug dealer or something like that?
Well, you have, girl, Snoop. Find
but
that.
There should be a mystery. So, you know,
but not that kind of mystery. You know, your viewers, they're going to be like, oh, so this mystery.
He's cute, he's a serial killer.
No. But like, there's supposed to be some mystery to you and stuff. Like, when we're saying attention, we are not saying like access to your full-on life. You know, there's something about mystery that's very attractive, I guess, in relationships. Yeah.
So how much attention is good attention, or, you know, how much attention is enough? Actually,
okay, I will just speak for myself. If you're able to like communicate with me and tell me like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do, after this I'm gonna do this, and then we have like some sort of like constant touch in between, where I don't feel like the person trying to, like, in the morning and then the whole day, and now like 8 o'clock we haven't talked. I'm like, so to me, my brain, I'm already thinking like, are we like still in a relationship, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, I wouldn't know what other women would want, but I'm not like too much crazy about.
What about let's talk about meeting someone. Let's say you guys don't stay together. All of you probably stay with your parents, or you're staying alone, or she's staying alone, or whatever that's going on. How many times do you guys want to meet in a week?
In a week, maybe like during the weekend when I'm like free.
Like once a week, on the weekends only.
When I'm free. Are we speaking about me or about women, other women?
Let's just say you, or women in general. You can just generalize it.
Okay, fine. To be honest, I would want to be with you like every week, every day.
Oh, like 7 days a week.
Yeah, 7 days a week. I would want to be with you because, like, it comes off very clingy. It comes off very clingy, because you're like, we want them, you're like a koala bear, like from Monday to Saturday, you know what I mean? But then for someone like me who has like a lot of things that they're doing, the only time that I can get, I'm just like, yes, I want to be with them, you know, that kind of thing and all this. But to other people, yeah, girl, let me just be honest, all the girls out there, they really want to be with their men.
Because I used to date a girl that we used to like see each other like most of the girls I've dated was like maybe 3 times a week. So you probably see each other on a Monday, and then you see each other again maybe on a Thursday, and then on a Saturday again. So it's like you probably skip like a day or 2, and then you see each other again. You skip another day or 2, and then you see each other again. So for me, it became like, you know, 3 times. Nah, that's you know, the standard. But I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell us how many times would you want to see your partner every week? Like how many days in a week would you want to see your partner? Yeah, I think so you spoke about when your partner is not giving you attention, girls especially, they cheating. So what are the other perspectives that, you know, people like, if your partner is not giving you attention, what do you start thinking? Do you think like break up, like are we still in a relationship, things, or
there are 2 things involved. But 2. Also, like I will feel like you don't care. That's number 1. I feel like you don't care, and I will feel like you might not necessarily be as involved as much as me. So, and I feel like you are occupied by something else. And our brains as women, the way it's wired, we always think of they are cheating. We always think of the craziest scenarios. I know there's Kevin Hart, this other stand-up comedy, when he was talking about how if you don't reply to a woman and then they start having a full-on conversation by themselves, it's real. We do that. So it's like in our mind we're like, oh, in your mind, yes, you're like, so you're out with this girl or something, you know. And it's the unrest here that makes us do the most stupid things sometimes. That's what make us drive us crazy. So it's a skill, I guess, that we have to learn as women, to be like trustworthy, to be like, oh, okay, if maybe he's not texting, it's because he's doing something, or he's busy, or maybe he's literally with his boys, like what he mentioned. For us not to be like staring on his stories, trying to figure out what is he doing. So I guess it's like it's like a thing with us as women. Our brains are wired like that. Like even as much as you say you have a mentally healthy, like a strong mindset where you're like, okay, I trust my man, I know he's with this, there's always that thing at the back of your head, like, okay, what is he really up to? Because like if I texted you in the morning and then we don't talk the whole day, and then maybe you text me and be like, oh, I'm out with the boys, that are in my mind I'm thinking, oh, so you're going out without me, you know, like, oh, you're now enjoying life without me, you know.
But with boys, I feel like they want to have that. They want to also go out without their ladies, without their partners, they also want that free time with the boys, because usually boys go out and drink in certain places that they wouldn't want to go with their girls. And I'm like, oh, you brought your girl, why you bring your girl in this place? And they usually wanna. Okay, so the last thing we talk about is money versus attention. So if a man is giving you too much attention, less attention, and probably do you want a man that gives you less attention but is also hustling so that they give you more money? Or do you just want a man that gives you more attention and then you don't care about the rest?
If I'm speaking as Rachel, I think I would want attention at some things. I would, because obviously you're going to have to hustle and stuff, but I have to comprehend the fact that you might be working and doing other things, obviously to support yourself and obviously for us to go on dates. So I have to comprehend and understand that, okay, it's he's out there like hustling, but at the same time I feel like men do not know how to multitask as much as women do. Because for us, we could be juggling like assignments, doing things like at work, but I'm able to like hold my phone and like send an audio and be like, hey, still caught up, something like that, which men have to learn to do, because it's very difficult for them. I don't know, like growing up, there's something that I've learned, that I've heard on social media. Some guy was talking about how men don't know how to multitask. It's actually true, because it's like, for instance, I could be feeding a child, or I could be bathing a child, but cooking at the same time. I could do that. Okay. But with the guy, it's like they'll burn something and then try to do, you see.
Yeah, so it's the child, you're on your phone, you're cooking.
Yeah, I can do that, you know. I can, because in my mind, I'm like, oh,
I feel like that's why, even looking at the, you know, the history and everything, that's why women are mostly preferred to be like housewives and, you know, taking care of and they always say when you get a good woman, you get a good home, because she's just gonna arrange everything into order. And because men, hey, one thing, I'm done. One thing, if I'm drinking with the boys, dude, I'm drinking with the boys. We're laughing, we're having a good time here. Whatever is going on there, okay, I'll see it after I'm done drinking with the boys.
And also, it's all about trust. Like, if I'm in love with this person, if we claim to say we are in a relationship together, I know this might be controversial to some women, because we now live in a very sensitive, politically heightened kind of society, where if we post this video, someone might make us trend for saying this. But if you're going to come back home to me, I think it's fine, right? It's fair at the end of the day.
What time though should they be coming back home?
Okay, you should come at a time which is normal time. But even if it's, I saw a tweet of this married girl. She's an influencer, you know. She dresses really nicely. She has a following, and she tweeted, she's like, even as much as I'm married to my man and he does his thing or whatever, as long as he's coming back home and I'm carrying his name,
as long as they come back home,
I'm good.
Also, they just good with them coming back home instead of,
because you're going to drive yourself crazy, thinking like, what is he doing, all this other stuff, and it's gonna literally drive you mad. But if you have that level of trust with your husband, and you know, like, okay, and sometimes not knowing certain things might actually help you from getting hurt, because you're just going to be like snooping and trying to find, you know, unnecessary things that might just, it's whatever. Sometimes, no offense to you, but men are dumb. They're gonna cheat, we're gonna find out. Yeah, they're gonna cheat somehow. It's going to come out. It's going to eventually, they'll incriminate themselves. So for me to just be out there, be like, okay, so what you doing, and driving myself crazy, I'd rather have myself a peace of mind and be like, okay, you say you love me, we are in a relationship together, I will cherish that. And if it's attention as well, men should just pick up the phone and be like, hey, running late, cool, it's fine. If I know that you're safe, you're protected, go. You know, not for me to worry and I'm like, he hasn't been here, what's the time? Yeah, because remember,
when I was staying with my brothers in Johannesburg, they used to have a friend that used to come over, but the friend had a girl that he was about to marry, I think in December. Oh, she used to call every day. Hey, baby, where are you? Baby, come back, baby. I was like, and we all used to laugh like, hey, tell your woman to chill. Like, we need to go out. And now she's like constantly, every 30 minutes, baby, come home, come home. And I remember this other time we went out, and then we went to Pretoria, and it was a lovely time. And then when we came back, I think we came back at around 12. Because I think it was curfew, so it was during lockdown, so there was a curfew and everything. And then we came back after the curfew, we even got stopped by the police and everything. So it was there. The girl was like, come now, I don't care about the curfew. Even if the cops catch you, I'll pay, come now. And he had to drive and actually go. I think he left his car, he ordered the Uber, and he actually had to go back home because she was like, come now, I need you.
I think some women become a bit controlling and clingy, which is a bit tricky, but I feel like even when you get married and become one person, we're still going to be ourselves outside of the marriage. So I don't know about relationships, because relationships can just end. You could date someone else and things can die. But I guess in marriages, it's a different setup. I'm not married, so I wouldn't know. But I feel like in relationships, still a person should.
I feel like in marriage and in relationships, there's no much difference.
Auntie,
I feel like you are just, that paper just binded you guys legally. But then in terms of behavior and everything, I feel like it's almost just the same thing. It's like people that have dated.
In marriage, you're like official at a higher level where family is involved,
legality, you are involved in the government, in your business. So I feel like people that date for like 7 years, then people that are married for 7 years,
it's kind of
I don't know what's the difference. I feel like it's just the same thing, but just that these ones, they after those 7 years, if they want to separate, they now have to go through lawyers, go to the court and start fighting who's taking half, who's taking this. But the relationship, they'll just be like, you're out. Just like that.
I'll get someone else.
That's the only difference between the two, but I think it's just the same. Okay, guys, so thank you for watching Uncomfortable Conversations. This was episode 1. I hope you loved it. You can comment down below what you think about attention in everything, relationship, friendship, everything. Does your friend or partner or anything give you attention in? If you resonated, or if you want to add more of to whatever we spoke about, or if you just want to say, no, you guys are wrong, I'm right, comment it down below. And also you can also comment what you want me to talk about next, and whichever guests that you want me to bring here. If you are in Harare, you can also join us at the moment, because I'm in Harare. If you're in Johannesburg, I'll be coming there soon again. And yeah, please like the video, share it as well. Subscribe to the channel Steals by Christian. This is a segment or a playlist, a podcast, uncomfortable relationships, uncomfortable conversations. Yeah, so if you like this, you can just follow the series. This is episode 1, and I'll be bringing you more fire. Please subscribe, and yeah, everything. Thank you.
Bye.
Nice.
Well done.
Nice.
Well done.
Yeah.